Hi there. Today we're going to review how to manage a comprehensive 3-level cities or communities or neighborhood guide pages that we build at Brixwork. Keep in mind that these modules are custom built modules. They're not part of every template. So if you don't have this on your website, you can contact us to get a quote to showcase your niche areas and obtain better Google rankings. So we're going to use a demo site here, and we're going to go to our cities. So on the top cities page, you'll notice that there are a bunch of cities available for your use here, and each one is a top level city, not a subarea just yet. So here we already have a bunch of cities that the client has filled in, and we're gonna just add one more as a demo to show you how this works. So on the back end, let's log in. We are going to use our Brixwork login, but you have your own access to the admin section. We go to pages, and to get the first level pages, which are the city corresponding pages, we're going to expand the plus button to expand the cities here. So if you wanted to edit an existing page, you can do that, but first let's figure out how to add a new one. So the only one that's missing here is White Rock. Let's add White Rock. It's also known as South Surrey. So for the whole actual page title, we're gonna put White Rock in South Surrey. Sunny Paradise. Now on the menu, we don't want this whole thing to show, so we're just gonna put White Rock there. Okay, and here you can write a brief description of White Rock later, but for now, let's figure out how to connect the city from the list of cities so that MLS listings and sub areas are linked up. So we're gonna hit More Content, the second tab, and custom fields, and here we're going to look for the city area settings here. Now here, let's look for South Surrey White Rock. There it is. Now because it's a top level city, I'm not going to assign any sub areas. We want all the sub areas to be accessible under it, so let's keep it at this and hit update this page. Now you will have noticed that every single city has a photo cover on top. For that, we go back to the cities list, and let's look for White Rock here. I'm going to move the White Rock page up so that it's at the very top here, so it's easy for us to see. You can drag and drop that way. And if you click on images, you can now see that there are some image slots here. So the wider image here is for, the taller image here is for the cover. And let's see which photo we can use there. I don't have any White Rock specific photos, so we're just going to use a demo picture here. Yeah, that should do it. Drag and drop. And here you can crop the photo to any location you want. Let's keep it here so we can see some of the greenery. Crop. Now we've attached a square photo for the city, and if I refresh the cities page, well, there it is. There's a White Rock page with the photo that I just attached. Now, you can change this photo on the back end at any time to any scenic photo or photos of listings that match the vibe of the neighborhood you are targeting. Now, if you click on the White Rock page, this background here looks awfully empty right now. So in most cases, we will design a background image there for you, and that's what the wider image here is for. So most pages will have at least one, if not two, most cases two minimum, background main cover images that are either the background or the gallery images. Once you attach an image, let's select this frame here, hit crop to selection. Now if you go to the White Rock page and refresh this, you'll notice that there is a cover photo here that I just attached. Now it shows up here as the intro photo. Keep in mind that the page title appears as we put it in, so you don't have to rigidly write the city name that corresponds to what the MLS says. For example, if you're typing in a page for East Vancouver, you don't have to say Vancouver East or East Vancouver, whichever it is. You can write a brief heading about how edgy and family friendly it is at the same time. And if you scroll down, you'll notice that automatically our page is now generated a list of the sub areas underneath White Rock, and the current listings by different types for sale are all linked here updated regularly from the MLS. Now, these two-level pages, not everybody has this, but if it's a two-level page, three-level page total, so 2 levels for the communities, then you can actually add a detail page for each and every sub area if you like. So we are now going back to the pages list, and we're going to hit the cities, and there's White Rock. Now let's click on add a sub page underneath White Rock. Let's assume that you want to merge multiple sub-areas into one because you don't really want to micro segment every single sub-area into a different one, right? So let's say Elgin, Chanterelle, Sunnyside Park. Oops, I mistyped Elgin here. So as far as I know, Elgin, Chanterelle, and Sunnyside Park are very quiet residential streets with great schools. It has a very suburb feel to it. Okay. So for the menu label, we're going to keep it nice and shorter so it doesn't become too long on the navigation. Okay. Now we're going to link up the sub areas required for this. We're going to go into the more content and custom fields first. Now under the cities and areas, obviously you want to pick the South Surrey White Rock as a top city, otherwise this won't make sense. The second level page has to match the parent level page's city. And then here we're going to select Elgin and Sunnyside as the sub areas associated with this page. And we are going to hit update on this page. Now, if I go back to the White Rock page, this is a city level page, the mothership page. When I refresh this, you will notice suddenly that under Elgin Chanterelle and Sunnyside Park, there is an extra blurb that shows up to say, learn more about this neighborhood. So when you click on this subpage, you'll be taken to the sub area detail page. Same thing, there are slots for 2 photos here that we need to attach. So let's go to cities, go to White Rock, and then let's go to images. And there is a more square photo and a wider photo. In this case, the square photo does not show under the navigation, but it's a secondary photo that shows up as part of the features here. So here, same deal, we're going to pick some photos. Again, I don't have White Rock specific photos, so we're just going to use random photos here as a demo. For the top cover for the Elgin Chanterelle, sorry, the secondary photo of Elgin Chanterelle, we're going to use this. And then for the wide banner here, we will use a different photo, maybe this one of the kitchen. Once these 2 photos are updated, I'm going to go to the Elgin Sunnyside page, hit refresh, and here we are. There's the wider jacket photo and a secondary photo underneath that shows up, just like that. When you scroll down, in this specific case for our client Mike Marfori, we programmed in a module that shows the number of listings for sale and the average price of each condo. And we have a walk score, hood queue widget, and a map that zooms into the area. And then it shows all the active listings underneath with links to browse more by property type if you like. For example, if I click on townhomes, I will be taken to the MLS search page for Elgin Chanterelle and Sunnyside Park townhomes. Okay. So, important concept to recap on this is for community pages that have a city level and a sub-area level underneath. Some sites do not have that, they just have a single level. So there's no sub page to make it. It's just the top level pages, but in this case there's 2 layers here. Now in many cases we'll program it so that even if you don't have sub pages set up yet, it's fully functional. It'll just not have the deep navigation to the deeper pages. And for every page you add, you need to add an image or 2 at least, and you also want to write down a little blurb about the area. About 2 to 3 paragraphs is sufficient. But for now, I'm just going to enter a demo blurb here. Oh, and one more thing. The blurb, the short excerpt here at the bottom is the preview text that is very useful when you are navigating cities. So here, under White Rock, right now it says, please enter the excerpt for the city guide page. If I type in an excerpt here, if I update this and refresh this page, the short intro text for White Rock has been updated to the crown jewel of Fraser Valley and Surrey, a waterfront paradise. And when you click on the page detail and I refresh this, you'll notice that the excerpt is repeated here and the content paragraph that I put in shows up right here. Okay. Hopefully this video tutorial helps you to understand how the Subarea navigation works and give you guys the necessary tools to populate the content under the community pages and keep it up to date throughout the year so that all of your community pages are informative, up to date, and helps our realtors gain more trust and more customers. Have a wonderful day.